Okay. Watching European games from Asia is bloody hard, someone says. You are spot on with that, I tell you. Absolutely. Okay. So we are live. I can't actually see my stream right now, which is a bit odd, but... Why is this not showing up? Okay, I know I'm live. Just give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Here we go. Yo. Okay, I think we're in business. Yes, guys. Is it 1 a.m.? It's almost 1 a.m. I'm a little bit early. Oh, let's wait for a few of you guys to get in. Nice haircut. Yes, appreciate that. Okay. We are in business. You bet your trust fund on Chelsea -1. Well, fair play. Fair play. Mark Guillou up top. Yes, we're going to react to the lineups in a moment. Let me just actually show you guys something very excited. Can I put the graphics live? Guys, I said on my Instagram story not too long ago that there was some changes coming to the stream. And I'm about to show you lot for the first time now. So, get ready. Get ready, because we're about to change the window on the screen. And somebody in the chat right now, his name is Sasha, is the man who is responsible for making this happen. So a big thank you to Sasha for what we are about to unleash on the live stream. I'm very excited to do this. I'm actually going to click the button now. So, this right here is your new lineup graphic. And as you see, over the course of the next few minutes or so, this lineup graphic is not just a lineup graphic. We have got live stats for the game, which explain what's going on. As you can see, that is the Chelsea lineup. We've got a 4-2-3-1. Jorgensen, Disasi, Tosin, Badiashile, Vega. That's exactly what I said. Dewsbury, Hall and Cassidy. Enzo Fernandez didn't fly. Mudryk, Nkunku, Sancho, with Mark Guillou up front, which suggests to me that we have Joao Felix has now got more of a role in the Premier League. We've also got the opposition lineup in there, and there is going to also be live stats, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. It's going to be for all of the upcoming live streams as well. How are you guys doing? Welcome to those of you joining. It is actually a really cool setup. I'm very excited about this. I think it's good to be able to see live stats in particular, which obviously as the game goes on, you'll be able to see it. The time is still there. It's epic. Hardest game so far, but a Chelsea win 2-1. I mean, this is absolutely the hardest game that we have had so far in this competition, to be fair. Just the beginning. Correct. You're right, Sasha. It is just the beginning. We move. Tonight we book our place in the round of 16. Shit. It's actually come around that fast, doesn't it? Like, this Conference League campaign is mega. My score predictions. I'm a bit worried about this midfield, I'm not going to lie. It is a slightly concerning midfield. Cassidy and Dewsbury Hall. Yeah, guys, shout out. Big W's in the chat for Sasha. Big W's in the chat. But other than the fact that I'm worried about this midfield, I think Chelsea should still win. If you watch my match preview, you'll know a little bit more about Heidenheim. Because they beat Bayern Munich last year, apparently, which is a pretty mega result. But they're currently 15th in the Bundesliga. They're struggling. Yeah, the graphics are so cool. It just makes it like... I think another thing that we might try, and those of you that are currently in the stream right now, there's not many people in here. YouTube's been really weird for me this week, but doesn't matter. We're going to also try eventually to do like a Saturday afternoon show as well, where we've got like all of the stats and results up from the Saturday games if Chelsea playing at the weekend too. So it'll just be like an extra stream every week, basically. I'm seeing people say 3-1. I'm going to do a little poll right now. Obviously, the majority of the time, everyone is saying Chelsea anyway, because this is a Chelsea channel. But who are you backing tonight? Heidenheim. Draw. The midfield is scary. Yeah, a little bit. Watching from Malawi. Mudryk is coming good. I mean, look, I'm actually quite excited about... I'm excited every time I see Mudryk play these days. Oh, no, not a 2-2 draw. We can't have this. Sancho right forward. I mean, I did tell you guys this. If you watch the preview, then you'll know. Enzo Maresca, the Chelsea manager, with the 7 dirham donation. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Class graphic, by the way. I mean, I fully concur. W's in the chat for Enzo Maresca, Chelsea's manager, coming in with a donation. Watching from Cambodia, Malaysia, Jakarta. God, this is honestly, these early European fixtures, like, I kind of wish they never, like, created this extra time. Do you know what I mean? Like, watching at 4 a.m. is way better than watching at 1 a.m. because at least at 4 a.m., when the game is finished, the sun comes up and I can start my day. But, like, the games that kick off at 1:45 in the morning are just a nightmare. They're an absolute disgrace. Which is not ideal for my sleep schedule, but I managed to get 3 hours sleep tonight before kickoff, which normally I don't get any sleep before games. It's normally very, very difficult. Let me just zoom in a little bit on the camera as we're at a slightly different angle. Let me just also tilt it slightly. Is that a little bit better? I know obviously my head is covering the GBFC sign. No, that's not actually any better, is it? That could be a bit better for the light. Whew. Okay, that's slightly more comfortable for me. Dallas, Texas, Nigeria, Mudryk 1 goal plus 2 assists. That's what we want to see. We want to see Mudryk delivering. Hey, look at that. 17 dirhams and 99 cents from Enzo Maresca. Appreciate that. Second donation of the night. George, move back to England and freeze your meat and 2 veg off. I'm coming back to England for Christmas. I'll be flying back to the UK just before Christmas for like a week and a half, 10 days to see family. And I'm already looking at I watch Jan's videos, Football Therapy's videos, and he's doing these little walking intros now. And it just looks cold. Do you know what I mean? Right now, where I am, it's kind of raining a lot more because it's the rainy season, but at least it's still flipping 30 degrees every day. Where am I right now? I'm in my house. I'm up my home. There's 400 of you in the chat right now. Nice. Welcome to those of you that are joining. I hope you like the new graphics. I'm just watching Joe Cole right now on TNT Sport. Mason, what do you want? Okay, the dog is asking to go out. I think he needs a pee. Hang on a second. Hang on a minute. The amount of mosquitoes that are living. The amount of mosquitoes that are living behind my flipping curtain is insane. I'll just let the dog out. Mad. What is my day job? This is actually my day job. Might be difficult to believe it, but yes, doing live streams and making videos talking about Chelsea is the day job. Jordan to score. I'm guessing you mean Jadon, as in Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is starting for Chelsea. You will see the Chelsea lineup rotating on the graphic. Kickoff is 40 minutes from now, so make sure you get yourself buckled in. We have upgraded the viewing experience, as I've said a couple of times, but for those of you that are slowly joining into the stream, we have got live stats and everything now, which is a pretty big upgrade. Make sure you're also subscribed to GBFC so that you don't miss a trick, so you don't miss anything. 6 things we learned will be out after the game. Have I ever had a different job to being a YouTuber? Yes, I have. I've spoken about this, I think, quite a lot on YouTube before, but I will say it again now. I used to have a job working at a clothes shop called Next. I'm sure a few of you are aware of Next. I used to work there when I was really young, like 16. And then after that, I started cleaning offices, which was a cash-paid job, which was fantastic because when you're young, you just want cash. I was just going out and having a few beers at the weekend. And yeah, I used to clean offices, which I also loved. I used to hoover and mop floors, which doesn't sound like the most luxurious job in the world, but a job doesn't have to be a luxury job. A job pays bills, and I really enjoyed it because I basically walked around whilst doing my cleaning duties and was listening to podcasts. I was listening to videos and watching YouTube videos on my phone as I walked around. Obviously, multitasking, holding my phone, walking around with the hoover in my hand. Easy. And that was me basically getting paid to do something that I didn't really want to do, but that was saving the money to be able to buy the equipment to be able to make videos. So I kind of always wanted to make YouTube videos from the moment I was even exposed to YouTube. So I'm still young. I mean, I'm 30 now. I've been doing YouTube for 13 years. It's almost 14 years, which is mental. Next year will be my 14th year of making YouTube videos. And I've basically been making YouTube videos full time ever since I started. Because even when I wasn't getting paid, I was at university or gap yearing, as it kind of was the whole time. But yes, the YouTube resume is also pretty strong. This is my 3rd channel. So yeah. Mark Guiu did score last game. I believe he did. He's got his first Chelsea goal now, scored in the 8-0 win against Noah. So hopefully he can deliver tonight. But I think this is going to be a much more difficult challenge for Chelsea. Was there anything before HOB? Not on YouTube, no. Herder Buffalo was the first YouTube channel that we had. It looks bloody cold in Heidenheim, by the way. Award-winning show. I mean, I think we've upgraded it now. I think as much as this is probably going to be the smallest live stream that we've done this season, like I don't expect too many people to show up today. Welcome to those of you that have. Make sure you smack a like on the stream. Give us a best chance of getting it out there to more people. I do think the GBFC streams are about to absolutely level up big time. I also did say in my match preview, and I'm going to say it again now, Benoit Badiashile scores today for Chelsea, by the way. Cool channel with your girlfriend. The videos are amazing. Thank you. We both enjoy making them. How much do I make? Yeah, that's a question that we all go around asking each other every day. I don't understand why that is something that people still care about. Like, why do people care so much about how much money somebody else makes on the internet? The sassy header. I mean, we'd love it, wouldn't we? We'd absolutely love it. I did get Enzo Fernandez and Nicholas Jackson correct at the weekend. I'm usually unbelievable when it comes to score predictions and goal scorers and stuff. So today I said that we get Nkunku on the score sheet. And who else did I say? Nkunku, Badiashile, and I can't remember who else I said in the preview. But if you watch the preview, you'll know. There's an interview right now with Claudio Ranieri on the screen. What a legend. Give us the lineup. Just be patient. The lineups are rotating on the screen. I've already said for the next one, which I haven't said to you guys, but we're already working on the next one to make sure that the Chelsea lineup is up on the screen for a bit longer than the opposition ones. But obviously, I think a lot of people don't know any of the... Mudryk, yeah, I think Mudryk will score. People don't know the Heidenheim players. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing that we've got the Heidenheim lineup on the screen for a bit longer so that you guys can get used to the players that we're going to be playing against. Mudryk will score tonight, mark my words. Mudryk hat-trick. Look, I think there's a big opportunity for a lot of players out there this evening. There's a lot of players, particularly the front ones. I don't necessarily think Mark Guiu, there's a big opportunity. There's a big opportunity, obviously, because he's playing. But I don't think he's knocking on the door, as we've said many times this season. But for Nkunku, Sancho, and Mudryk, it's absolutely a big opportunity to deliver something good. And I think I've said it again in my preview, and I'll say it now, that this is an opportunity. I forgot what I was going to say. It's still early for me, guys. I got 3 hours sleep before this, so just allow me for now. Watchalong for Heidenheim. I love it, but why? I mean, look, if I'm watching the game, I might as well be live. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense, doesn't it? I'm also going to adjust this camera slightly again because... Okay. That's a little bit better. Love the hoodie. Me too. This is actually a gift from a friend of mine who went on holiday. Came back with this hoodie. It was supposed to be a joke, but I was like, bro, I actually really like this hoodie. Do I have a tattoo on my finger? Yes, I do. I do have a tattoo on my finger. I also have some tattoos on my arm. I always get excited seeing Mark Guiu up top. Me too. I watched him in pre-season. Obviously, I was in America, and I was a bit more like hands-on. And I really think Mark Guiu is one of those young players that just loves being a footballer. Do you know what I mean? And I think when you're young and when you're raw and when you've clearly come from a place where you've got quality, like you don't get into the Barcelona academy if you're not a good footballer. And that's where Mark Guiu's come from. And I do think it's a big step for him coming to Chelsea, and probably a surprise for him in a way that he's even in the squad this year. If we'd have signed Osimhen on deadline day, he wouldn't be in the squad. It's as simple as that. Does my hair stay this well behaved even after sleep? I've genuinely not had a shower since I woke up, which was literally like half an hour ago, and it really is like this. So, yes, I guess today my hair has cooperated with me, should we say. What was it like asking Maresca your question in pre-season? I didn't ask a question to Maresca. I only asked a question to Reece James. And ironically, that question has now backfired miserably because my question to Reece went down very well in the press conference. But he's now injured and we don't know when he's coming back. So Reece's answer to my question was about what his goals personally for the season were, and it was to just stay on the pitch, and he's not managed to do that, unfortunately. So we got some men love in the stream. Yeah, I mean, that's the way it should be, man. It should be all about the flipping back in the boys, you know what I mean? Renato Vega also playing tonight. I'm watching on TNT Sports, by the way. If you guys are looking to match up the same stream, obviously we've got a timer on the stream as well, so you guys will be able to match up to the right point. But I'm watching on TNT Sport. They're just showing highlights now of Chelsea in the Europa League. We've actually been so good so far in this competition. And do you know what I also find very weird, right? And this isn't a dig at people, but it kind of is a little bit of a dig. The more Chelsea batter teams in this competition, the less people seem to care about the competition. I don't understand this. I really do not understand this. I think the fact that we're even in this competition is slightly annoying. But the reality is, which is currently my favourite phrase to use on the internet, and this is obviously the reality from my perspective, like, just enjoy it, you know? Like, watching Chelsea score 8 goals against FC Noah was fun. It just was fun. And like, some people have just managed to say, like, it's all pointless as a result of this happening, which I just I cannot fathom this. Like, yes, we don't really learn much from these games, but Heidenheim are a good side. So today, like, if you're looking at this fixture and thinking this is going to be another 8-0, then you're just disrespecting the competition at this point. Like, yes, it's not the biggest trophy. Yes, it's not the best trophy. It's literally the 3rd tier of European football. It's not the one you really care about. But the reality is, which we've said again and again and again, you can only beat what is put in front of you. But I think Heidenheim are going to be a challenge, you know. We make history again if we win this competition. Absolutely. Kickoff is in 29 minutes from now. I think I'm going to try and get back to sleep after the game. Got a teenage spot on my face, guys. Not had one of those for a while. Now that James is out for the year, do you think it's fair to sell James and buy someone who is reliable and injury-free? Look, my opinion on this one is actually a difficult one to even say, because I'm personally, I'm just gutted for Reece that he's even injured again. Like, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Let me just put it out there. I'm not surprised that he's injured again whatsoever. But I think we've just got to. I think we've just got to accept at this point that it's probably not going to be. I don't think Reece James is going to be a long-term right back for Chelsea Football Club, especially now. Like, I think there has to be contract discussions that happen, because I would understand, right? I'd understand why Chelsea would want to sell him. He's one of the highest paid players at the club. He's almost never fit. He's the captain. Like, I hate saying this, but we've got to call it what it is now. Like, it's another hamstring injury. It's another multiple months. The club don't know when he's going to be fit again. He doesn't know when he's going to be fit again. Like, this is difficult. Do you know what I mean? It's difficult to see a future where Chelsea can plan. And that's the thing, right? We've not just got a team right now that is like slowly ticking over. Like, we're actually going somewhere. We're actually getting back to a position. And the Premier League, by the way, is also back in a position where Chelsea can really build something and challenge for the future here, because Pep Guardiola has crumbled. Like, it's actually an embarrassment the way that he's holding himself right now. Total disaster. City have crumbled. Arsenal, many people think they may have plateaued. I personally think they're just a striker away from being a dominant side for a long time. Liverpool have been absolutely fantastic. But Chelsea's squad depth is insane. Like, we've got an amazing young squad. So I think by the time we've had another year or two under Maresca, like, we're absolutely going to be challenging for titles. So the way that we plan for that has got to be with continuity across the board. We should be looking at each position in the team and only upgrading, in my opinion, to make the first team better. Like, yes, I think we need a backup striker to Nicholas Jackson. Yes, we 100% need a world-class goalkeeper, because Robert Sanchez is not that. Philip Jorgensen, haven't seen enough to suggest that he's that either. And we've got countless other keepers at the club that are on the books, but, like, are any of them ready to be a world-class goalkeeper? No. Could we compete right now with a world-class goalkeeper? I believe yes. I believe if Chelsea had a world-class keeper right now, I think everybody would be like, there's no reason why we can't compete for the league. Do I think Reece James should join AC Milan? I mean, look, the problem that Chelsea have is that it's a gamble to keep Reece and it's a gamble to sell Reece. At the end of the day, if you keep him, he's on an astronomical sum of money. He's on ridiculous wages. And that is to what? Play 6-7 games a season? You cannot justify that. When we should be... Malo Gusto's a good right back, but also we should be looking for a Reece James level right back to replace him. But if you sell him, and then all of a sudden these injuries, that obviously, like, nobody wants a player to be injured. Like, I don't even want... Well, this is going to sound slightly weird, but, like, I don't want Rodri to be out for the season. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a football fan as well as a Chelsea fan, but I don't want to see the best players in the world out injured. So I don't want Rodri injured for Man City, because I'm a football fan who enjoys watching football as well. Obviously, I'm happy he's not playing every week right now because Man City have gone to shit. But if Chelsea sell Reece, we're not going to get a lot of money for him. There was a rumour earlier this week that it's like 20 million or something. And to be very honest with you, I don't see any club with Reece James's injury record. I don't see any club spending any more than 20 million. But if you do spend 20 million and he does manage to put this, like, horrible run of injuries behind him, then there's an incredible signing there. Real Madrid, absolutely. I don't see I do not see a world where Reece James doesn't sign for a massive club. I don't think it's a case of like, oh, it's only 20 million. So like we start looking at like Leicester's or Southampton's. Like, no, Reece James, if he is sold, there will be a massive football club that take a gamble on him. And Real Madrid would absolutely be the one that I would think would be the case. Chelsea winning 6-0 tonight. Don't underestimate this opposition, you know. We've only scored 6 once in the Premier League this season, and that was against Wolves, and they were really in the shitter at the time. And Heidenheim play in the Bundesliga. They're not just some random team from Estonia or Armenia or anything like that. In an ideal world, though, to finish this up about Reece James, in an ideal world, I would like to see him renegotiate a contract at Chelsea, stay at Chelsea, but on a significantly lower wages that are basically the wages are a product of how many minutes and games he actually plays. And I think Reece obviously has been at this club forever. Chelsea is his club. He supports Chelsea. He loves Chelsea. And I think at this point, even he would be like, yeah. Like if you're a player coming in at Chelsea right now and you're on these incentivized wages, I know obviously Reece James had his contract signed before we started to implement these changes and stuff, but you're looking at it and you're like, come on, I'm bringing him a lot more to the table than this guy that's always injured. But yeah, 250 grand a week, guys, is so much money for a man who is literally always injured. How do I think Andre Santos will impact our midfield once he comes back from the loan? Andre Santos is an absolute baller. And I think the crazy thing about Chelsea next season is before we've even considered who else we're going to buy, Esteval Willian, Andre Santos, and Kendry Pyers come into Chelsea next summer. Obviously, Andre Santos has been with us before, but I think this is the breakthrough season. The way that he's playing in France, which, by the way, if you watch football across the continent, right, the French league is probably the closest and most comparable to the English league in terms of the physical nature of the league, in terms of like the kind of skillful players that he has to come up against. So the Strasbourg loan thing makes complete sense. I'm much happier that Chelsea are having this like blue co, we're going to loan some of our youngsters to Strasbourg. I'm so much happier that it's a French club than like somewhere in Italy or somewhere in Portugal or something. This guy, too much hype, PR and promotions, YouTube money. Then what the bloody hell are you doing here, mate? Piss off. Do you know what I mean? No one's making you click, and then you come and click, and then you want to just call me a hype PR merchant. Flipping heck, man. What an oddball. Guys, I'm going to quickly go and top up my water, so just give me a second. Man needs to have a little drink. And we are back. Okay. I absolutely love this new setup we've got. I absolutely love it. Mudryk hat-trick tonight, people are saying. Just going to text my dad and tell him that I'm live. Don't know if he's got his phone, but... Good evening. I'm commentating. My dad says I'm a commentator. I'm commentating tonight if you want to switch it on. Thank you, David, for the donation. Big W's in the chat for David Steinhardt, a regular here on the GBFC channel, regular donator, absolute legend. Welcome back to the stream, bro. Thank you once again. My dad is doing very well. Thank you for those of you that have been keeping tabs on that. I know there was quite an emotional moment in the stream about a month ago. It was pretty bad at some point, but he's good now. Mudryk scores 2. I reckon a draw, says Josh Baker. Let's have a look. Most of the people right now in the chat. We've got 800 votes on the poll. Make sure you're getting involved on the poll. The more votes, the better data that we have, the better feeling that we understand for you guys in the stream. 6% are saying Heidenheim, 4% draw, 90% Chelsea. But yes, this is by far the hardest Conference League game yet. Okay, guys, I want to do an Instagram story. So get going in the chat right now so that it looks like we've got loads of people commented, all right? Let me actually just get the link up to the stream. Chelsea to win, 3-0. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa. Okay. Here we go. All right, we are live right now on GBFC for the Heidenheim game. People are saying Mudryk scoring 5, Vega hat-tricks, Mudryk scoring a banger. Let's go. Come join the stream. Okay. Live now on GBFC. We're closing in on 1,000 viewers as well. Shut up. Man them. We will win, but it's going to be closer than we all think. I think you're right. I think this is going to be a tough game. I think 2-1 or 3-1 to Chelsea. Quite often these days I actually say 3-1 to Chelsea because I feel like when we go into games, I know that we're going to score. Mark is right. I think Mark is absolutely spot on. (3-2). I'm just a bit worried about this midfield. I'm not going to lie to you. Heading across the pond next week. Heading to Spurs. Oh, wow. Nice one. Just missed a couple of super chats. Whoever said PR Merchant is an absolute donor. And Enzo Maresca, the Chelsea manager, he's donating a lot of money to the stream today. Felix or Nkunku? Well, Nkunku starts tonight, guys. The Chelsea lineup keeps on rotating around the screen. You've been in the YouTube game with so many different genres for so long, bro, and never given up. Big respect. Thank you, mate. I think a lot of people on YouTube, you know, if you've got to keep yourself relevant. And I think for me, a lot of people looked at my decisions to change what I was doing with my channels and thought, like, what is this guy doing? Like, he's just given up on a 1 million subscriber channel, given up on a massive vlogging channel for daily vlogging. Like, I had 250,000 subscribers on that one. It's like, if you want to do this, it's the best job in the flipping world. You know, like being a YouTuber or a streamer is amazing because of the freedom that you get from it, the creativity that you can wake up every day and utilize within your body and your mind. So for me, whenever I get to a point where I feel like I've done as much as I can in a certain genre, then I'm always going to move to something else. I'm not going to keep doing it because that's when you start to feel like your job doesn't fulfill you or your work isn't exciting anymore. So for me, the Chelsea channel was the next step. It was the obvious step. By that point, I knew how to edit. I knew how to make videos. I knew how to talk to an audience. I knew how to structure content. So for me, this channel was always going to happen. I wasn't aware of it when I started my YouTube career. Like, I thought I was just going to be playing COD forever. But as you grow up, you start to... I think my content has evolved with me. And I think a lot of people, like, if you're a teenager and you start YouTube, and then you still make those kind of, like, silly videos when you're in your mid-20s or 30s, there will be a day where you're like, I literally can't wake up and do this anymore. So, you know, I think you've got to be smart with it. You'll be on I'm a Celebrity next, and the jungle task is to put on a Spurs shirt. Blimey. I'm a Celebrity would actually be so cool, wouldn't it? It would actually be just such a fun experience. And it's actually a cool TV show. Like, a lot of TV, I think it's rubbish. But I'm a Celebrity is actually quite fun. I don't watch it, but I used to watch it when I was in the UK. I actually declined a job once with Sports Direct. I don't know if you guys have been following me for this long, but I actually did a campaign in London for Sports Direct for the Chelsea kit release. And I don't think I've ever said this to anybody online, but I'll say it now. But I actually declined money. Obviously, I declined money because they wanted me to also do content for the Spurs kit as well. I'm like, do you know who I am? Like, I hate Tottenham. There's no money you could pay me to put a Spurs kit on and promote it. Although I say that, you never know. Like, if the money is like life-changing to the point where it's be stupid to say no to it, because I'm not rich. But I'd find it incredibly difficult to put on a Tottenham shirt. Incredibly difficult. I really don't like Spurs. But yeah, they said to me they can pay me more money if I can also post stuff promoting the Spurs kit. I said, A, that's a bad idea because I'm a Chelsea fan. B, no, I'm not doing that. So yes, a man of principle. $100,000 to put one on. Yes, I would do it. If someone offered me $100,000 just to put a Tottenham shirt on, I'm saying yes. Because with that $100,000, I can make sure that I never step foot in Tottenham ever again. Do you know what I mean? Unless I'm going to the stadium. But like that, you know, some people might be like, "Oh, well, you're a flip flopper, you're a liar." Like, no. If anyone says to you, unless they're like absolutely loaded, right? If you decline $100,000 just to put a shirt on for another team's club, then you're a fool. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you could do a lot with $100,000. $100,000's a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? Held at gunpoint. I mean, yeah. My missus turned down $1,000 from her boss to eat one oyster. I mean, maybe she's allergic to oysters, bro. I mean, oysters are a very unique required taste, you know? So I can understand why someone might not want to eat one. I personally love oysters, just for the record. David Hedges would do it for $5,000. Laura McKenzie says, loyalty matters. It does. But there's different kinds of loyalty, you know? There's loyalty to your partner and not cheating on your partner. But then there's like, how much money is too much money to say no just to put on a shirt for your opposing team, you know? Exactly. With $100,000, I could literally donate all of that money to you lot. Or I could buy a house. With $100,000, I could build a very nice villa in Bali. Maybe not, actually. I think I'd still need more, but that would like help me on my way to building a home for my future family. So yeah. Is it a CFC hoodie? This one is a CFC hoodie. Guys, if you've seen on the screen already, there is a QR code which takes you to the Megastore. There is currently 40% off certain lines of clothing in the Chelsea Megastore. And then obviously for the stuff that isn't 40% off, you can still use GBFC 10 to get yourself a 10% discount. Is that Tommy in the chat? Mr. Maury, I think that's you. Hope you're doing good, mate. So yeah, make sure, guys, you use the links in the description or click on the QR codes if you want to get yourself a discount. I thought it was you. I could sense it from a mile away. Even if you hadn't said Derek, I would know it's you, bro. I can smell you. Always. Make sure I'm still playing. Bro, I'm playing tennis in the morning. It's 1 a.m. right now in Bali, as I'm sure you know. I'm playing at 8. Even in the rain, bro. I'm waiting for you. And if I don't see you, I'm coming to Italy next summer and you're going to get slapped. The 10% king. Jorgensen hat-trick incoming. Guys, do not underestimate this competition tonight. Do not underestimate Heidenheim. I think this is actually going to be really flipping tough, you know. Really, really tough. If I win, you support Liverpool. No, I don't. If you beat me in a tennis match, I'll put a Liverpool shirt on and post a story. That's how confident I am that you won't ever beat me at a tennis match. Stop jinxing. Jeez, I thought we'd get over this whole jinxing thing. 3-0 or 3-3. I don't think Chelsea get beat 3-0. Like, let me have a look at the bench. See who we've got on the bench. There's more than enough quality on... I mean, there's Madueke, Felix. Chukwuemeka's on the bench. Sanchez, Bergstrom, Colwill. Guys, I don't understand this. Why do we keep 2 goalkeepers on the bench? Why is there 2 goalies on the bench? It is so pointless. It's actually an insult to a European champion, Ben Chilwell. Get ready. Shit, we're actually 6 minutes till kickoff. This has been like the quickest start to a stream ever. (8-0). We're not winning this game 8-0. If Chelsea win this game 8-0, people actually need to start putting some respect on the competition. Because Heidenheim are not the same standard as FC Noah. Heidenheim are a better team than Noah. And if you look at the league table, guys, that is rotating and will keep live rotating throughout the game, Heidenheim have won all 3 of their matches as well. I watched the highlights away at Hearts, and I know obviously Hearts are not the best team in the world. They're from the Scottish League. They won 2-0, scored 2 headed goals, 2 good goals. You know, these guys are no mugs. They were really good last year in the Bundesliga. And if you watch the reel that I put up on Instagram, their manager, for those of you that don't know, the Heidenheim manager has been the manager for 17 years. So this is a well-organized side. They absolutely know what they're doing. David, thank you for the donation again. I think I'm finally okay with selling Gallagher because of Santos. Look, I love Conor Gallagher. I think he's a great footballer. I absolutely have always said it, always thought it. Thought he was underappreciated at Chelsea. I thought too many people gave him too much stick that was unwarranted because he does the ugly stuff that the game needs. And, you know, it's not like Ronaldinho flip-flap this or Neymar rainbow flick that. It's like, no, Conor Gallagher's a proper footballer. But the way he's playing in Madrid is fantastic. And I think Chelsea, obviously, the way that we're ran now, there's going to be some decisions at the club that we don't like. But I like the way that we're going now. I think we're playing really good football. We're getting good results. I think the squad is young and talented. The teams are currently lining up in the tunnel. I've got the timer ready. We've got new graphics on the screen and also live data. It takes a few seconds to update, but the live data will give us a great insight for those of you watching the stream, listening to my commentary. This will give us a great insight as to what the balance of the game is and what the general stats of the match are. So hopefully you guys are happy with the changes that we've made. Let's get Brexit done. Send Chelsea home tonight. Have you guys seen this banner? Let's get Brexit done. Send Chelsea home tonight. I mean, that is actually hilarious. That is so funny. I actually love that. Charming stadium. Axel Disasi is the Chelsea captain tonight, which is interesting. I personally would not be giving the captaincy to Axel Disasi, but whatever. The players are coming out now. I think this is actually the best quality stream that I've had in a while too. Touch wood. I don't want it to screw up. But let me change the score in the title. Guys, make sure if you're in the stream and you haven't already, hit the like button on the stream. Hopefully we can get some more people in. We're closing in on 1,000 viewers. It's a lovely little stadium. When I was doing my research on Heidenheim, it's one of those that you actually wish you were there on an away day. It looks cold. The players do look pretty freezing. Oh, that was a big yawn. There's the stats up on the screen. I'm watching on TNT Sports. Oh, it's cold in my office tonight, guys. Really cold. These Heidenheim players look up for it. Axel Disasi, the longest tenured player in the squad. Is that true? That's quite crazy, if that is true. They've also just said on the commentary, which I already knew, that the Heidenheim manager has been in charge longer than any manager in the history of German football, which is mega. When is the time of the match? 1 minute from now, guys, we have kickoff. All right. The captain has played every minute of football that Heidenheim have faced in the last 2 years as well, which is absolutely insane. Guys, we are getting closer to kickoff. Very, very close indeed. -5 degrees. It looks very cold. They absolutely love their manager, this team. That is freezing. That is... I mean, in my office right now, it's 19 degrees and I'm freezing. So, smack a like on the stream, guys. We are ready. The coin toss is happening right now on my screen. Get ready with the timer. If you want to match everything up so that you've got my commentary, make sure you do. Chelsea in the Conference League, away at Heidenheim. German opposition. 15,000-seater stadium, and this is what this team have been waiting for. So it's lined up as a 4-4-2 on TNT Sport with Disasi at left back. I think they've absolutely butchered this. How do these TV channels, right? How do they get so many times things incorrect on a lineup graphic? It's actually ridiculous. 5 degrees in the UK. Stop moaning. I'm not moaning at all. I'm simply telling you what the temperature is in my office. Like, I know it's cold in the UK. Let's go. Okay, we're getting close to kickoff, guys, so I'm just going to quickly put my timer ready. If you want to match up the stream on your stream, if you want to match it up to mine, Jadon Sancho looks ready and Kunku looks ready. I love this white kit. Okay. Chelsea have scored twice as many goals as any other club in the competition. That's mad. Okay. Here we go. Kickoff is here. We are live. Heidenheim versus Chelsea. Conference League. Win tonight and Chelsea have qualified. Draw tonight, Chelsea have qualified. We've pretty much already qualified, but it doesn't matter. We want to get it done officially. And Kunku early gives the ball away. Mark Guiu, nice little touch. Guiu is the striker. Is it actually? Disassi at left back. That's crazy. Matthew Daly, thank you for the £5 donation. If you could pick any Chelsea player in their prime to put in the current squad, who would you pick and why? Petr Cech. It would either be Cech, Lampard, Terry, or Drogba. They're just so good. Hazard, yes, but we've also got loads of wingers right now. So Heidenheim knocked RB Leipzig out of the DFB Pokal. That must have been last season, right? Because they're already out, I think, of that competition this year. Bring back Bald Benson. Benoit Badiashile has been given a yellow, which is not ideal. Heidenheim have got a free kick inside the opening 2 minutes here. How does Badiashile flip in? The ball's played in. Oh, my word. It's gone all the way across the face of goal. That is atrocious defending. That is a proper chance there for Heidenheim. It's a great ball in. It would have been offside, I think, if their number 17 got on the end of it. One of the players gets a toe on the end of it, and it goes out for a goal kick. But, if Chelsea haven't done their research on this team, and if Chelsea don't know that this is going to be a way tougher match than FC Noah, then we're stupid. Genuinely stupid. I don't think Maresca hasn't done his homework, but... Okay. Good from Guiu. Nkunku. Now Sancho. Sancho playing on the right. Now Axel Disassi. Chelsea need to settle into this game a little bit now. Tosin. We're seeing a lot more pressure from the Heidenheim players compared to what we've been used to in this tournament. Cassidy. Chelsea giving it away again. This is not going to be an easy game. This is not an easy match already. You can see it. And for these guys as well, to be playing in European football, Heidenheim I'm talking about, these guys came from the 5th tier in German football. 17-year journey with their manager to get here.